Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy International Women's Day. I'm Natasha Cozart, and I want to introduce you to something that is really near and dear to my heart. First of all, it is a pleasure and an honor to be connected to you and to be a friend or a follower or however we were connected. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. People don't have to stop to listen to what you're saying or watch your videos. And so I just need you to know that I honor you, and I want to say thank you because what I'm about to say now, it's really important because I'd say this is the most real and authentic I have ever been in my life. Okay. The most real and most authentic. And as you can see, my little flyer, is here. Let's see, here to this side. Okay, backstory. I'm gonna tell you guys about the Woman Entrepreneur Project, which I'm super duper excited about. Number one and number two, but I can't tell you about that. The Woman Entrepreneur is a 30-day pilot program that I'm going to be running with 100 of my closest friends, and going to be mentoring you from the very scratch part of business up into scaling into your first phase of productivity. Helping people get off of their jobs, helping them transition, helping them make more money and get to a place where no matter what industry you're in, no matter what you're doing, you've got a solid business plan. The marketing is on point. The business systems are on point. You mentally, emotionally, spiritually are on point. Okay. That's what this is about. But let me just tell you a quick backstory, a little bit about me. If you don't know, I'm a single mother of six. And, but I didn't, of course, I've always been a mom. Duh. But in a class, I was in my acting class yesterday, and we went through this exercise of the four main emotions: joy, sadness, anger, and fear. And as an actor, you have to be able to communicate and tell a story of a character, whether or not you personally feel that way or not. Are you able to tap into that emotion so that you can tell the story? Well, most of my life, when I was growing up as a kid, I've been an only child. My mother was young, she worked. And so the challenge that I experienced was always feeling alone and feeling like nobody's got my back. And so when we were going through the exercise yesterday, joy, I got it. Easy, boom. Sadness, I can, tap into sadness if I can, channel some emotions having to do with family or loss. Anger was actually surprisingly fun for me because as a kid growing up, I was never allowed to be angry. I always had to cover it up with this Christian, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. But anger is a real emotion. So I really had fun with anger because as I've gotten older, I've learned how to feel what I feel, but then release it and move on and make healthy decisions behind it. But when we got to fear, I was like a blank piece of paper. And the challenge became, why can't you tap into the emotion of fear? And what do you think is blocking you? And for me, of course, I've always got a textbook answer. I'm going to have something spiritual, faith-based to say, well, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of some sound mind. We're going to have things to say as it pertains to why we are the way we are, because every one of us have our own personal self-defense mechanism. But as I really begin to peel back the layers and think deeply, I realize that in my life, I have felt a huge sense of abandonment. My father wasn't present. My mother did the best that she could, but she was only one person and she was still trying to grow up and care for herself. I was thinking back to a time where all of my cousins, I had several female cousins, like six of them, and we were all around the same age. And I don't know if they're watching now, and I'm not mad. I don't have no hangups, but I remember y'all jumped me in the back seat of a car. We were playing And I'm sure I could have been annoying, but all of them teamed up against me. So I've always felt like, even from that point in time, like nobody's got my back. Then we moved from our hometown, Memphis, moved to Johnson City, Tennessee. My mother got into medical school. She began studying to become a doctor. And even then I didn't fit in. I wasn't light skinned enough. My hair wasn't long enough. My booty wasn't flat enough. I was this, I didn't even talk properly. I was like this outsider coming into a new city. And even when I did finally find a best friend, this best friend, y'all, Amy Kai was who I consider my best friend back in the day. But even then, whenever I thought she was my best friend, then, someone lied on me and she believed the lie over me. That devastated me. So like, that's from ninth grade. I've always, and I don't think, and even since then, I've had close friends, but I've never had a best friend. Anybody that's like, I try to make best friends or I try to bond with people, but it's never been, I've never just really had a bestie or best friend. And then fast forward into college, into marriage, then I get married. And then I realize that the same person that I'm sleeping with and having all these babies with is lying on me and is out to get me. And it's an abusive marriage, an abusive context. So all my life, literally, I felt like I've been on my own. And the same thing comes forth in my business. I'm trying to grow my business. I'm trying to make money, trying to take care of these kids. And you just feel, for me, I felt so alone, felt like nobody has got my back. Nobody understands what I'm going through. And even if you do understand, when it all comes down to it, ain't nobody got these 6 kids up in here but me. And then if it all comes down, who do I depend on? Who do I call on? Who do I reach out to? And yes, I can reach out to my mother, but only to a certain extent. At the end of the day, it's literally just on me. And so my prayer to God has been this: God, I don't know what to do, but if you will illuminate my pathway, illuminate the pathway, show me where to go, show me what to do, I'll do it. If you will just show me the pathway, I'll follow it. If you will just kind of lay out the steps or send me a mentor, somebody who believes, who trusts in me. Oh, and then I've got to be able to afford it. Okay. Because a lot of times when you get to this level of growth and development in your business, you got to be able to pay to play. But if I'm already starting out in a deficit, how could I pay to learn something that I really just need to know in order to survive? Then it becomes like this Nehemiah context. If you're familiar with Nehemiah in the Bible, Nehemiah was tasked with rebuilding a city and rebuilding a nation. But at the same time, there were people who were trying to come and take their land from them. So I'm trying to build a wall to protect this family and keep the bills paid. But at the same time, I'm trying to build a business that can feed my family and protect my family and also help provide the things that we need. And it's like this catch-22. I can't just focus all on building, because then I'll be attacked. And I can't just focus all on fighting and warfare, because then I won't be able to build. How do you pay your bills and build a business? How do you care for your children, your family, or your loved ones, but then also nurture your own self and your own health and manage your own self-care? How do you look to the future and continue to grow and build when you've got creditors from your past and everybody that's saying you owe me, you're past due on this and you're past due on that? Guys, it is so I mean, if you feel me, I think you would get it. You would just, and sometimes you just want to scream and you're like, God, what do I do? And God's not gonna, we're waiting on a beam to come from the sky, or we're waiting for someone to call us up. And sometimes it doesn't happen that way. And there's been opportunities. Like I said, I've prayed that prayer. There's been opportunities that I was not wise enough to understand. There's been things that I've had opportunity to that I've messed it up because I wasn't prepared, or things that I just didn't recognize because I didn't know any better. And so my prayer to God was, send me help, send me mentorship, show me what to do next. And as the Lord has orchestrated, and as I've been able to grow and go to school and invest in programs and to get coaching and work for various leaders and influencers, in this season, I know my mission and my mandate, because I was trying to figure out, how do I nurture mothers and moms and families and women? How do I encourage women, but then also build my business? And in this season, my solution is simple. You bridge the two. You bridge the gap and focus on women. And, I have agency clients, I have things that I'm doing, but right now, my heart and my passion is for women. It's for us. It's for us who are juggling 5 things at a time, who want to go back to school but are really too afraid to think about it or take it seriously because will it really work? Guys, I love the Upshaws, by the way, on Netflix. Regina, her story, her pathway, her experience. It's so real. It's so us. And my mission, I know my mission, my assignment right now is not to look for another mentor in that regard, but to be the mentor that I always wanted, to be the help that I always sought after, to be the solution that I always needed. And number one, to be affordable, because what we're doing in the Woman Entrepreneur Project, I could very easily charge $15,000 plus just for this information. Oh, and by the way, it comes with software. I'm so cool. Guys, I'm just so cool. I love how cool I am. I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, but I'm also like this cool kid sitting on the sidelines, like one day, just one day, one day y'all are gonna see how cool I am. I guess I don't know if you call it a nerdy, geeky nerd. I don't know. But I'm really getting comfortable in my skin. I could have put on more lashes and more makeup and put on a wig or taken the braids out. And today it's not about any of that because life happens in real time. Business happens in real time. Crisis comes and it happens in real time. The question becomes, how will you respond and how will you recover? And many times you need support to help you build those systems and to help you get to your next. And so that's what the Woman Entrepreneur Project is about. So I'm reaching out to every woman I know. If you don't have a business and you're working a job, get in the program so that I can help you start your business and prepare to fire your job if that's what you want. But I would say every one of us, every woman needs to be an entrepreneur. We need to have access to the resources that we need to be able to accomplish the assignment and the task that is given to us in our lives. I'm tired of us breaking the bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom of the barrel in order to rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm tired of us having to tell our children no off of basic opportunities and vacations and can't go on field trips because we just don't have the money. I'm tired of us lowering our standards and dating someone just because they have more money than us, or saying, okay, well, I'm going to lower my ethical standards because of I want financial security. No. And it's not, and I'm not trying to tell any woman that you don't need a spouse or you don't need to be together with anyone. I don't, and at this point, I know what my belief is. I know what my faith system is. But if you are, but if you are struggling in that area, don't condemn yourself, and don't condemn yourself, and don't judge yourself. And I just need you, woman, sister, you identify as woman, I want you to forgive yourself and give yourself permission to take the next step to become the best version of you that you are supposed to be right now. And so that's what this is about. So I want you guys to message me, put a comment below if you see this, and I don't know if this is making sense. I hope it's making sense, because I wanted to share my heart, not necessarily to sell a program. This is not about selling a program. It's about convincing you to believe in yourself and to take the next step to get to the next place. Okay. So if you don't know about me or who I am, you can definitely check on LinkedIn, check my credentials, and see that I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. And I have a very clear system that'll help you define what 4 phases of business you're in right now, from the startup, kind of the launch pad phase, up into your build and grow phase, and then into your scaling. And then there's another phase after that, which will allow you to get investors and to sell, or to whatever your next thing is. But any industry, any one person who identifies as woman, okay, and then make the investment in yourself, and then click the thing to apply. It's womanentrepreneurproject.com. All right, let's put that up. I don't know, guys. I get into this place where I am so, I can sell ice to an Eskimo. But in this season, it's not about trying to sell folks anything. I hope this is really making sense. I'm not trying to sell nobody nothing. But I want to be on a journey, because at the end of the day, what does it profit me? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I can chase after money all day long, but I know that in this project, I will be living my purpose. Me working together, educating, helping you, holding your hand, walking you through that next place. I know that that's my purpose, and that's where I find joy. So I want to be here. So here's your next step. Your next step is go to womanentrepreneurproject.com. Complete the application. It's really simple. And then there's an investment involved with it. Because you're going to be getting access to the software. You're going to be getting access to all of my training. You're going to be getting access to some other key things. But we're going to be together every day, body, soul, and spirit. We're talking about everything, but we're going to get you there in business and marketing. And then at the end of the day, but there's just always got to be some sort of investment tied to it. I would love to do it for free, but people don't show up when you do things for free, and they don't value it when it's free. And so I have to do this. If you're struggling financially, or if you're having a difficult time with it, inbox me and let me know. But as soon as you sign up, as soon as you apply and you sign up, thank you. I'm going to be texting you, and we're going to start right away. The sessions will begin March 19th, which is next Sunday. Officially start. We're going to be meeting on Sunday nights, but text me. I'm going to be texting you. Okay. So if I text you, I reach out to you, make sure you reach back out, and that you respond and let me know. Like, yes, I love you, or no, girl, you can, I'm past this, I'm beyond that. Just whatever. Let me know. It's all good. And then also share with anybody that you know. Okay. Share with someone that you know who needs to go to that next place. Share with your bestie. Share with if especially males who are watching this, share with the women in your life. Any woman that you know or that you would love to inspire, and then possibly give as a gift, and think, how can I invest into the life of someone else? Okay. So that's it. Deuces. I'm Natasha Cozart, and I'm just, let's do this, because this is something that's definitely going to be a part of it. I'm a huge proponent in, I know a lot of people talk about the law of attraction and manifesting. Y'all, when you listen to all of that, at the end of the day, it's really just prayer. It's prayer. It's declaration. And I just want to speak over you that this year is your best year. This is the season where everything you need is coming to you. And I would love to say, I want you to believe and know that everything you need is already here. It's already within you. It's already inside of you. And I declare that the goodness on the inside of you will be made manifest to the world, that the brilliance that you carry, that you've been carrying, that you've been walking with, this is the year that it will manifest, and it will be seen abroad. People will recognize your brilliance. They will understand that you are solution to their problem, and you will be rewarded based upon the fulfillment of your purpose. I declare that this is the last year that you will ever experience lack or insignificance or insufficiency, that everything that you need will not only be provided, but it will be provided in abundance. This is your breakthrough year. This is your breakout year. This is your breakout time. And let me just say this, not just the year, but now. And now is the time that you'll take the action needed to take the next steps. You will not sabotage yourself. You will not be distracted, and you will not be discouraged from doing just the one simple thing. You will not be overwhelmed with the big picture, but you will look at what's next, and you will take that next step to do what's next. And so I declare that if you're missing, it's a $97 investment, that if you're missing that investment, that the money you need to be able to invest would be provided and would come to you. I also speak that the other things that you need, such as a journal, if you need a computer, if you need a new car, if you need your hair done, if you need a back rub, if you need new teeth, if you need braces, if you need glasses, whatever you need, medication. There's so many different needs. I just feel the needs. I feel the needs coming in. And I want you to know that there's no need that is too big for our God to solve. For whoever you call on the name. I call on Jesus. I believe in God. And I just decree and declare that there's nothing too hard for God to solve. And here's the thing. This is the last time that you will ever begin to separate who you are as an individual, your authenticity as a woman, and separate it from who you are as a professional and the leadership qualities that you carry. You'll be able to merge and blend the two so that you can live authentically, love unconditionally, and lead fearlessly. And we're going to talk more about that as time goes along. Well, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I want you to go to womanentrepreneurproject.com, and I want you to apply. I want you to share this with a friend. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside. And as soon as you sign up, I'm going to be texting you for your next steps to get you all access and to get the ball rolling for you. Okay. All right. Look forward to talking with you again soon. Natasha Cozart. See you again.